The 60th anniversary of Wemabod Limited began on Saturday, the 22nd of October 2022, with a grand finale of the tennis tournament held at the Ikoyi Club 1938, which was attended by top echelons of the body. This was followed by the Thanksgiving service for the 60th anniversary of Wemabod, held on Sunday, the 23rd of October 2022, at the Archbishop Vining Memorial Cathedral, GRA, Ikeja, Lagos. On Saturday, the 29th of October 2022, the groundbreaking ceremony of 4,000 square meters of land on which Wemabod multi-billion super mall will be erected was done at Akerele Road, Surulere, Lagos. On Monday, the 31st of October 2022, Wemabod luxury 10 units bedroom apartments in the highbrow Ikoyi Crescent area in Lagos was commissioned with pomp and pageantry. The Wemabod 60th anniversary symposium, dinner and award night was held on Thursday, the 3rd of November 2022 at the Oromio Hall, Lagos Airport Hotel, Ikeja, to climax the week-long activities to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Wemabod. Wemabod Limited is a property development and management company with a focus on property development, property management, building facilities and service management. It is a wholly owned subsidiary of Odua Investment Company Limited and was incorporated under the name Nabani Estates Limited on the 20th of September 1962. The event was anchored by Gbenga Adeyinka. It started with the national anthem and had in attendance members of the board of the principal company, Odua Investment Limited, and those of Wemabod. Others were directors, captains of industry, government functionaries and seasoned real estate experts, among others. The executive governor of Ondo State, Arakunrin Rotimi Akeredolu, was represented by Princess Catherine Oladuniodu, SSG Ondo State. Governor Biodun Oyebanji, governor of Ekiti State, was represented by Dr. Habibat Adubiaru, SSG Ekiti State. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State was represented by Mrs. Tolani Salmoto Shudi, Permanent Secretary, Office of the Secretary to the State Government. Also in attendance was Dr. Charles Akinola, Chief of Staff to the Osun State Governor. Prince Julius Adelusi Adeluyi, Otumba Bimbo Ashiru, Chairman, Odua Investment, Otumba Oluseyi Oduton, Chairman, Wemabod, Mr. Yemi Ejidiran, Managing Director and CEO, Wemabod Limited, Prince Bisi Olatilo, the Chairman and CEO, Biscon Communications, among many others. The opening prayer was led by Engineer Disa. While giving the welcome address, the Managing Director and CEO of Wemabod, Mr. Yemi Ejidiran, appreciated the contribution of previous board members of Wemabod Limited and parent agency Odua Investment before he gave an overview of Wemabod's activities.
I am most honored and pleased to open the grand finale celebration with this speech, the 60th anniversary of the establishment of Wemabod Limited. This grand finale follows a series of activities earmarked to celebrate this period in the life of our company. We can only give thanks to the Almighty God that granted the vision of setting up this company onto our forebearers, whom we must commend for ensuring this legacy had been situated in the annals of history. As we continue to follow that vision, may I also recognize the immense contributions of our previous board members and managing director, CEO of the company, whom I will not be able to recognize individually for the sake of time management. I also like to recognize the contributions and immense support of the board of directors of Odua Investment Company Limited and the management of Odua Investment Company Limited. I salute you all, and I appreciate your contributions to the brand called Wemabod Limited.
The chairman of the board of Wemabod, Otumba Oluseyi Oduton, gave a brief overview of Wemabod and expressed satisfaction at the development and future plans of the organization.
So, for me, it is a privilege to be a part of Wemabod. It is to sustain what was started before us and also to build on that and ensure that in the near future, people can say, yeah, I know Wemabod. And when we say we are building an estate, people will rush and say, this is our expectation of the standard and quality that Wemabod will present to us. So we have a lot of developments. Our marketing people are going to come forward and do a lot of work in that regard to let you know some of the projects that we have just done. It's just been mentioned that the Ikoyi Crescent, we just commissioned a lovely set of buildings there, but we're going to go beyond that to the Lekki axis, Ikorodu axis. We're going to go even to Ogun State, Mowe side. Even beyond that, we're going to go to Ibadan and go to Ekiti and go to axis in Ondo to do developments and put our stamp, our brand on them, so that people know that, yes, this is a Wemabod estate and they're going to be happy to live in there.
The board chairman of Odua Investment, Otumba Bimbo Ashiru, while delivering his speech, appreciated the board of Odua Investment and Wemabod and enjoined them to ensure continuous growth in both companies.
Tonight, I'm happy to be part of today's success story. And I actually brought a speech, but Mr. Gideon has read the speech that I'm supposed to read. Also, we have our people here that are going to talk about this, which is very important. So time is of essence. But what I want to do tonight is to appreciate our forefathers, the people that actually consummate this so-called Odua group that became Wemabod and everything. I will tell you this. Nabani was the estate, was actually the building. And they brought it over from them and made it became Wemabod. So what I'm going to say and leave with us tonight is that what are they going to say about us when we leave this group? And I pray that the good Lord will guide us, will support us, and will make us part of the success story in future.
Delivering the keynote speech on the theme, Innovative Partnership and Sustainable Real Estate Development in Nigeria, Dr. Biodun Adedikbe laid emphasis on the need for creativity and innovation in the real estate sector.
So I put together a couple of slides, which of course I'm sure everyone can get a copy of later. But my breaker here is reference to a statement credited to Sir Ken Robinson. He said, if you are not prepared to be wrong, you will never come up with anything original. And that means if you must come up with something original, and that talks to creativity and innovation, then you must be ready to be wrong and keep working at it until you get it right. I've been privileged to research and teach on creativity and innovation. Came across so many definitions. But there is this very simple approach that says creativity and innovation is simply using what is available to solve the problem at hand. Which means it's not all about locking yourself up in a place and start racking your mind. But it's about what is available and how do we use that to solve the problem at hand.
The keynote speech was followed by a panel discussion that involved Mr. Hakeem Oguniran, founder and CEO, Eximia Realty Company Limited, Mrs. Folashade Hughes, real estate expert, and Barrister Olukemi Olomola Shijoade, founder, Greenland Nigeria Limited, and the chief host, Mr. Yemi Gidiron, as panelist. The panel of discussants gave their thoughts on innovation, challenges, key drivers, successful collaborations and partnerships, as well as financing in Wemabod. A brief documentary on Wemabod was shown on the big screen. Goodwill messages were delivered by the representatives of the governors of Ondo, Ekiti, and Osun states.
He has sent his congratulations to you. Going forward, I felicitate Wemabod Limited at 60. I felicitate the management and also the staff of Wemabod. 60 years is a long time in one's life, and is a long time in the life of an industry. For the past 60 years, Wemabod Limited has been in real estate and has been a foremost leader in that industry.
And the good people of Ekiti State heartily rejoice with the board of directors, the management, and all the staff of Wemabod Limited for getting to this level of this 60-year anniversary. 60 years is not a joke. So, and the people of Ekiti State pray that Wemabod will continue to grow from strength to strength. And the governor of Ekiti State said he wants the building to commence and finish within 100 days because he wants to use it to mark his 100 days in office.
I'd like to join all the speakers before me to celebrate with Wemabod on this 60th anniversary of contributing to estate development in Western Nigeria. Wemabod is the second oldest child of Odua Investment, was older than Odua Investment by about 20 years. I'd like to celebrate you and to say that we're all very proud of the accomplishments of Wemabod Estate.
While delivering his goodwill message, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by Mrs. Tolani Oshodi, Permanent Secretary, Office of the SSG, congratulated the board and management of Odua Investment and Wemabod Management.
Let me start by congratulating Otumba Oluseye Oduton, Chairman Wemabod Limited, whose visionary leadership has contributed to creating a real estate company which has emerged as one of the longest-standing real estate solution provider in the country. And also felicitate with the dynamic management and staff on this occasion of the Diamond Jubilee of Wemabod. I am pleased to acknowledge and commend the involvement of Wemabod Limited into an integrated one-stop shop real estate solution in a bid to meet up with the demands of the Nigerian real estate and other investors from diaspora.
Some staff members of Wemabod received awards in various categories for their hard work. This was followed by the cutting of the 60th anniversary cake, which was supervised by Mrs. Folusho Olaniyan.
20, 30, 40, 50, 59, 60, and Wemabod.
The vote of thanks was delivered by Barrister Emmanuel Funtayo. From Biscon Communications, it's 60 hearty cheers to Wemabod.